Is anybody out there? Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in. You dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's where we can kick it. Everything is going down. They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends, Roy Anthony.
What's up, you guys? This is your girl, Miss Uniqueness, coming to you loud, live, and in color. You have tuned into the Roy Anthony Show. And today's topic is: are you familiar with depression and do you suffer from it? Okay, so let's get into it. I know you guys miss me. Shout out to the creators of this great platform and to the host of this show, the one, the only Roy Anthony. He should tune in shortly. And you know as well, the other co-host, Big Hank, will pop in. He do what he do and he does it well. Okay, you guys, so let's get into it. Um, First of all, do you suffer from depression? The main thing you want to know is what is depression. So you know my favorite person to go to is Google. So let's get into it. Okay, Google says, let's see, what is mental? Let's see, mental depression. Let's see what that is. Let's see. So I just got the topic or whatever. So yeah, I know. I'm gonna get into this in a few seconds. So depression is like a mood. It could be mental, physical, or emotional depression. And the good question to ask is what causes depression? Depression could be caused by several things, and one is stress, different kinds of stress as well, right? So I only can speak for me. And yes, I have. And some days I still do suffer from depression. So you have to have the mindset as to know that you are important regardless if you suffer from it or not. Um, the only thing that you can do, what I did was I had to stop having a pity party for myself. Like, girl, pity party. Yeah, pity party. You sit up in the room in the dark and stuff, and you be like, "Ugh, why me? I just want to check out. Like, I just want to throw in the towel, you know?" And when you think like that, when you're depressed, that is very, very selfish. And I have been selfish, you guys. Okay, being a mother of six, that's not a trick question. Have you been depressed? Hell yeah, I've been depressed. Yeah, I have. Still do, you know? So, but it's how you deal with it that matters. Will you get through it? Yes. Do some get through it better than others? Yes. So I'm still trying to pull up the correct um definition of depression, okay, guys? Because I don't want to be saying stuff, like Roy, he be researching and stuff, and he be having these topics and stuff like that, and he know his stuff. The boy know, the man know his stuff, okay? So let's get into this Google and see like what is depression and how can we know the signs of depression so we can know family members or anybody else that goes through the, you know, how you know like what are the the symptoms and then the telltale signs of depression. So feeling depressed but act like you're not. So okay, clinical depression is called major depression. So it is a mental health disorder characterized by persistently depressed moods or loss of interest in activities causing significant impairment in daily life. Um, Possible causes includes a combination of biological, sociological, and social sources of distress. Increasingly, research suggests these factors may cause changes in brain function, including altered activity of certain neural circuits in the brain. So if you think you are depressed and you're not sure that you're depressed, they even have an assessment. You hear me? Assessment to see if you depressed or not. When you can feel like that, when you know you don't really do your daily activities or things of that nature, yeah, 9 times out of 10 you probably depressed. If you answer your children an attitude like they come in there asking certain thing like mom, and you like what? You know, stuff like that. I'm just speaking for me, and it does hurt people. It affect people in your family because whereas you normally will react to certain simple things, you react differently. So yeah, I have been, like I said, still is. The host is in the background. I see him back there, so he gonna pop in up, pull up on me in a minute. So you know, there are four major signs of depression. One is family history. Another one is illness and health issues, medication, drugs, and alcohol consumption, and your personality. So me, I have a whole lot of personalities, you know. So a lot of people really can't tell who is who and you know what I got going on. You know, sometimes it may be like when I'm blind, I'm good. If I start wearing black and stuff and I just be laying around and stuff, um, I I might be depressed. Ask questions, get answers, but you just gotta come at me different. Depressed people, you have to come at them different. Okay, I mean they don't mean no harm. They probably just need you to tell them that they you love them or something. Be like, look, let go, let ride out, get you some air. You in the dark room, turn on some lights, open up some windows, or some stuff like that. You know, so it's different ways, you guys, to know that you're depressed. So hopefully, if you're depressed, you reach out and talk to somebody. Don't stay bottled up in a room. Don't go eat your life away. Don't go cussing everybody out because ain't nobody did nothing to you because everybody got problems. And it's always somebody else out there that has a worse situation that you are in. And then most people, like me, I'll sit there and listen to everything you have to say, no matter if I'm going through something or not. But you really don't know what that person that you're venting to is really going through either. So don't, you know, be on the other side of the fence sometimes. You be that person, you be that ear for a person instead of just hitting them straight in the face with problems. So a lot of people, I'm gonna have to get a shirt made. I got 99 problems, but depression ain't one. That's gonna be my shirt. Watch. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna have this shirt and I'm gonna wear it on the show, and then y'all can purchase it. It's gonna be some merch from Miss Uniqueness. Okay. So my host with the most information and facts, Roy Anthony, is in the building.
What it do, Miss Christina? What it do? What it do? What it do?
What's good?
Just happy to be in the house. Good to see you again, and just be going through. You talking about, and our subject is about depression. Some stuff that's going on just now. Tried to make me have a be depressed about it, whatever. But I'm gonna have to keep up with the keep getting downs, right? And
Right.
so I appreciate you for Miss Christina always holding down the shows when all three of us might be going something. I know Big Hank will be in a minute when we all going through something. And it was put on me for this week that we wanted to talk about depression. And I was listening to what you were saying in the background. And a lot of the people, that's what the WO is made of, was created by Richie King, aka Redneck Pimp, and his the co-creator Goose, and our social producer Blue Phoenix, and the other numerous of exec producers. What's a trip is that a lot of our the platform was created for veterans that commit suicide. It's not just for veterans, but for the awareness of people who commit suicide. And one of the leading factors to suicide is depression. When you all of a sudden you hear some bad news, you're going through something, your relationship is messed up, someone in your family died that you're close to, all types of situations. You may have lost a limb, you may feel you inadequate with your face, or you may have been a burnt victim or something. There's so
Yes.
many things and scenarios that makes us depressed. And sometimes people wants to figure out how's a way to get out of depression. Some people falls into alcoholism because they are depressed, and so to get their mindset. Some become dope, drug addicts, and divorce, medical issues. All of these things can cause depression.
That's true.
Um, and so when you let the depression takes over, it tends to now, because the real signs of a benefactor of depression is no one else understands. I'm the only one going through this. I'm the only one who's probably thinking like this. Why am I going through this? You know, and some people say, well, how did I used to be depressed? I mean, there was a time where I was homeless in LA. I didn't see where the next day was coming, and it
Right.
was just depressing. I started thinking I had a buzz's feather stuck in my butt because I can't get shaky. It seemed like every time I turned the corner, there was bad luck was right there. And so next, a spirit will try to develop of saying, why try? Why
Right.
keep, why keep trying to break it? Because you ain't getting nowhere. You know, I was going through that. What he just put on, what he just dated right here. I went through that so much. Would
I
the
did.
world be better off without me? Or not would the world be better off without me? I'm thinking it may be better on the other side, because what I'm going through now in this life,
Right.
it seems not deserving. I can't get out of it. Probably if I go out the other side. There was a time in my life for 2 weeks I walked past this bridge. I had to get off the train, and I would walk 3 blocks up to where I stayed, but I had to go over this big bridge. And when I would get into the apex of the bridge, it seemed like I would want to, I was going through the most at this time. And I would hear something in my brain be like, man, you ain't doing nothing in this life. You might as well go on to the next life. It might be better. It may be better, because the weight of what I'm going through is so harsh and severe that it will say every day I'm fighting in spirit. And what was a trip is that I would walk past it because I I I, I was starting to take heed to what I'm hearing. But after a while, another side of me, which some people say is a person talking in the third party, but I was saying it was Spirit of God. It was saying, you got more to live. You got more to do. You got more to do. You got to see it. You got to encourage yourself. You got more to do. You got to encourage yourself, Roy. You got this. You got this. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna probably have to get back on Thursday. Christina, if you don't mind holding the show out. Yeah,
Okay.
all that. Well, Christina's someone I trust a lot. Her insight in the development of the show is really outstanding. That's why we're so proud to have her on the show with us. I should. You want me to put that other video up so when you leave, the one that calls your name out and stuff, because you got the one that hasn't been updated.
Yeah, that's the only one I had. So yeah, you can put that up there.
I bring it up and stuff, but I'm going to have to um, take another. I had to take care of some things. Everybody, sorry about me and Christina. Thank you. I got you. I got you.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So God bless you. And Big Hank comes in, tell him I'll talk to him later as well.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay, for sure.
Okay, you guys. I forgot what I was gonna say, y'all. Okay, so anyways, like he was saying that oh, next Tuesday is gonna be good. Let me know what's going on next Tuesday. I wanna be a part of that. Okay. Um, like they were saying earlier, like it's a battle. It is an illness. You know, everybody's aware of that, and people have certain types of depression. So, like me, I've experienced so many types of depressions, y'all, from being a single mom, being married and still feel single, um, dealing with 6 kids at a young age. Oh, okay. That I bet that's gonna be fun. Very, very interesting. Okay. I will be there. I will tune in. Um, so like me, I went through like having my kids and stuff, and I was young, and then as they got older, I feel like I was growing up with my kids, but it got hard. And being a single parent of 6, you have to do the bills and things yourself, and you know you got to rob Peter to pay Paul. You hate to ask somebody for something, and then when you reach out for help, they feel like you're a charity case. It just seems like when you're so independent, and then the moment where you can't be as independent as you usually used to, you get depressed. You get depressed, and like I had to have y'all got I this is a good topic for me because I can relate. I feel like when we doing topics like this and you can relate, you can reach out to more people and they'll understand you more versus you reading it out of a book or reading it on going to Dr. Google when you really can't tell you the hard on experience. They'll tell you like such and such happened out of 1 in a million people. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can read a book, people. But if you live the life, you'll be able to tell it. It'll be very, very. It'll be more authentic. You know, to tell the people like, look, depression, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pull yourself together. You know, depression will take you out. Stress will kill you. So when you can't get things done, it's okay. It is perfectly fine to not be able to do things. Like I had to have a total hip replacement. Okay. I am only 36 years old. And they told me before then that I was overweight and I couldn't get it. So I had to go do all this research and all this stuff. And they was like, you know, if you get it now, you're so young because older people don't be the ones to get it, then um you'll have to get another one later on. You know what I'm saying? So that gave me a depression mindset because okay, I can't do this. You know, I got kids. I can't be laying around for no 6 weeks to 2 months trying to get myself together. No, my kids not gonna roll me down the hill. You know, you can't do that with the type of kids I got, y'all. No, ma'am, no, sir. No ham, no turkey. You cannot stay depressed in this house. So you have to do like to get over that kind of stuff. Like divorce is hard. Been there, done that twice. Well, one in a push, finna be twice. But you know, it's hard to get over things like that, but you can get over it. When you go to sleep at night and you wake up, that is another chance to get it together. So every day that you wake up, know that you have a purpose. Like God ain't finna just sit there and wake you up and don't think he see something in you. You know, everybody have an appointed time to leave here. If you think you gonna leave here because you shoot yourself in the head, you know what I'm saying? You think that's gonna be an easy way out? That's selfish as hell. You know, it's hard. We can get through it. We can talk other people through it, but sometimes we have to mentor to ourselves. We have to encourage ourselves. You, if you, nothing beats a failure but a try. If you don't try to do something different, if you one thing you have to do when you get depressed and when you come out of depression, this is what you got to do. This is what I had to do. Whatever you're doing and you're repeatedly doing it, you don't get the same results, right? So what you're gonna have to do is, if you know you jumped across this puddle and you fall every time, don't jump across it that way no more. Don't do it that way no more. If you try to leap next time, basically is what I'm saying. Don't continue to do the same things and you get the same results. If you did it this way for so long and you still hadn't went nowhere, you have to do it another way. Okay. Depression is just to me, it's a mindset. It's a mind thing. Depression is a mind thing because some people think so hard, y'all, that you push your own self into depression. It's other things that you could think about. You think about the worst things in the world that can happen. If you always thinking negative, you're gonna get negative results. Period. And I'm speaking to me because that's what I'm doing. I be so depressed, I shut myself down. When I got $1 million mindset, but I'm acting like I got a food stamp mindset. If that makes sense. I say all day, every day, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. You can say that all day long, but if you do not put actions behind what you're saying, they are just words. You're important. Depression is just people put people in depression. People put themselves into depression. So how you deal with depression is on you. You can go to the doctor and let them run your insurance up, you know, let them take, you sitting there, they'll tell you psychologically crazy, stuff like that. People really don't know. People deal with things different. I thank God that I didn't have to go as far as getting doctor help for it, but a lot of people have. A lot of people, a lot of people needed the extra encouragement, the extra words about. Because I don't never want to label it as sickness because if people really don't know they're sick, they really don't feel like they're sick until people constantly saying that they're sick, and then there you go in your mind. Oh yeah, I'm sick, but it you don't have to fight it alone. Um, they're saying it's therapeutic groups of professionals that you can talk to that are conducted by doctors with doctor level certifications. Um, there's treatment for it, motivational interviewing, all that stuff you can do for yourself. You can do all that for yourself. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. They have a place called Lakeside Behavioral Health that takes people in for struggling with mental health. It's like a treatment program because I've had my son to go there before. Um, let's see what else they got on here. Y'all, this internet stuff is amazing. Um, let's see. I'm not no doctor. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I ain't no doctor. I can't tell you nothing that I can't begin to tell you stuff that I haven't been through. I can't tell you nothing about it. I'm not even gonna get on here and act like I know. Cause your girl don't know. Okay. Your girl do not know. Would I like to know? Sure. Would I like to reach out? I really would. But I can't tell y'all the correct terms. Yeah, I graduated and all that good stuff. But some things, some of these words that they be using, your girl can't even pronounce. I can try. I can try. I put up a fight. I don't want a whole lot of spelling bees in my time. Not like I'm real old and that like that, but yeah, I can't I can't pronounce some of these words that people be saying. These doctor orders and stuff. Mm-mm. So I'm trying to stay on task, y'all. Okay, so to be saying you people can say they're depressed, but if you go to a doctor, you have to be medically diagnosed of depression, right? So, if you have the persistent feeling of sadness or loss of interest, um, these will include, well, these may include changes in sleep, appetite, energy level, concentration, daily behavior, or self esteem. Depression can also be associated with thoughts of suicide. Have I been there, done that, know that, read about it? I lived it. I am her, she is me. Okay. So, like, let go from this part right here. Moods. I got a million moods. I go from being straight 1 minute to have like this I don't give a fuck mood. I had that attitude right there. Then I be like, this ain't this ain't it. You know, I feel like I be like, my bed sick today. I want to go stay at the house and take care of the bed. Go to bed sick. You know, I just really don't. Some days I really don't want to be bothered with nobody, and especially my kids. And I know that's sad to say, but sometimes them children get on my nerves. They get on my nerves, but I know they love me. They love me. I love them too. But sometimes I want my room to be my room, especially when I'm depressed. I just want to stay in my covers in the dark. I want nobody talking to me nothing. Okay. So I be anxiety, general discontent, guilt, hopelessness, loss of interest or pleasure in activities, mood swings or sadness. Okay, that's the mood part. So it's so many levels to depression. Okay. So the behavior part is agitation, excessive crying. Look, I'm gonna stop right there. Okay, excessive crying. Y'all, I'm a whole counsel. We are crybabies. So you put depression and cancer together, you just got a whole rainstorm. Okay. Rainstorm all day long. People say, girl, you so cute. You cry. Yeah. It is not funny when you're doing it. It is not funny when you're doing it, but it's the truth. So just imagine, like I said, I'm a cancer. We are some crybabies. And you catch a cancer depressed, baby, you might as well get a raincoat and an umbrella. Somebody tell you to go cook, you crying. So irritability, restlessness, social isolation. I told y'all, see, I know what I talk about. You see what this stuff says? See, I told y'all what I was doing before I read the books, before I went to Google. I told y'all that is the truth. So if I'm lying, I'm flying. I went through it, and here I am reading it to you. Okay, so sleep. You wake up early, and then you have insomnia, then you have restless sleep. Okay, whole body. That's another experience. Look here. It's excessive hunger, fatigue, or loss of appetite. Let me tell y'all something. I'm a big girl. Okay, I'm a big girl, and I lose my appetite. Be like, what you? Yeah, yeah. That's what depression do for you. You lose weight, feel great, but it's not healthy. So you know what? I just wish it was like vice versa. Like, look, I can be depressed. Let your girl eat. Let your girl keep that figure. Okay, cornbread fed over here. Let me stop, y'all. I don't act like this for real. I don't act like this for real. Okay. But anyways, cognitive part of it is lack of concentration, slowness in activity, or thoughts of suicide. Have I? Yeah. Like my focus be off. And when my focus is off, I can have a sheet of paper. I can have a test. I can wake up with a mindset to go rule the world, run the world, right? But when you depressed, none of that happen. Out the door. Shut down, cut throat. Nothing's gonna happen. You can have like, I'm gonna clean up today, and then I'm gonna go outside and take my kids outside and stuff. None of that happen. I don't even clean up or go outside. The kids just be shot. Like, mom never do nothing. Get out your feelings. You know, these kids in this generation tell you be in your feelings, okay? So you really can't be depressed around this generation of kids. Cause they gonna let you know about yourself. What else we got? Weight, weight gain or weight loss. Most times I find myself gaining weight than losing it. But when I don't eat, I lose it. You know, I be sick and I be throwing up the line of your stomach and stuff like that. And then, like Roy and them said earlier, like you be like, why am I here? Like I'd be better off over there. Like they don't need me no way. You know, you feel insecure, your self-esteem go down to the ground, all that stuff. So y'all, look, depression does not look good on you. Cause I found myself one time like in my kitchen, right? I had a mental breakdown. I had all them pills that them doctors gave me from them ear replacements and stuff, and all that stuff in the floor. Had the knife right here, and then you really don't want to do it because you make all these signs to let people know, oh, I'm finna do this. If you wanted to do this in real life, it will be silent. If you gonna off your head at night, you would have did it, without alarming anybody. It's just a mind thing. Okay. So no, we don't want to do all that to ourselves. We know we are perfect. We are wonderfully made, and we're all different. So don't hit when you think like that. Um, when you think like that, just try to find something else. Find some Bible scriptures or something. Like write some names like on this, like you said, like these postcards that's in my background. You make I love myself. Do another one. Good morning, gorgeous. I will get through this. It's just things that you can do to help yourself. You got to try to help yourself and be willing to try new things before you go out here and spend your money with these psychologists and these doctors and stuff. And some of these doctors haven't even been through depression, the first part of depression. So they get rich off of your downfall, people. Stop making these people rich when you can be an entrepreneur for yourself. You can be a motivational speaker to save someone else. And you can talk to people like this too shall pass. If I can do it, you can do it. You can do it. It's doable. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very doable. Okay. Um, let's see what else we could say about this. I wish we had some guests on here that could. I know it's some people out here in the world other than me that has been through depression, and I wish like, people would support each other to speak and be a voice for others. You know what I'm saying? Let them know that people all over the board could relate to this. It's more than you have lost loved ones, been through divorce, been a bill short, a few dollars short of your rent. Um, it's me, y'all. I think I was depressed as a kid, and a lot of grown folks don't think children be depressed or stressed too. They are, like when they go to school and stuff, like they work. Some of that stuff I had never seen in my life. They got kindergarten doing exponents and stuff. So children, not only do adults be depressed, children do be depressed. And sometimes I think animals be depressed too because my dog be around here like she got bills and stuff to pay. Be all stressed out and laid out and stuff. So, everybody's gonna go through something in life at some point. And I see Mr. Anthony was like, you can self meditate. Yeah, that's true. You can self medicate. He said you can self medicate. I have I have been how what did I do? How I get over depression, y'all. This is what I did. Like instead of me going out doing real crazy stuff, I had to get myself together, like and comb my hair and put on some makeup and and stuff, and be like, "You're beautiful." You got to tell yourself if you lay there long enough, you gonna feel sorry for yourself. And the people I got, they ain't gonna come in and be like, "Oh, it's gonna be all right." Man, get up, move around, get out that bed, open a window, y'all. So I just like clean up and stuff, and find a little hobby or something that you could do. Get you one of those adult things, and this Miss Jenny, hello. Hold on just a second, you guys. I'm on the show. Okay. So I know I probably didn't mute y'all, but she had called in. That's one of the women that come in on the show and stuff. And she is very, very, very educational. And her advice be on point. She could be going through something so bad and tell God thank you. You know, that's the kind of energy. And then um sometimes you have to think about who your circle of people are. Yep. I stepped on some toes with that one. Sometimes you have to reevaluate who your circle of people are. Some people gets around and make you feel just as depressed as ever. Hold on, I think she's trying to get on the show. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. But see, when I do that, I be forgetting what I'm saying. But you guys, you have to your circle of people could be how you get depressed because they cast all their cares on you, and you got the weight of the world on your shoulders when you already going through a lot of things as it is. And then here you are trying to be superwoman or superman, be trying to save the day. Sometimes those battles are not yours. Sometimes you can't save everybody. You got to get self together first. Once you get self together, it'll be a lot more easier. And then you may realize, well, hey, some of this depression come from me trying to be a Wonder Woman for everybody else. It's okay to pull. It's okay to pull away. You don't have to reach out and talk to everybody all the time. Sometimes you need some self time to get yourself together. You have to refuel for the upcoming days, and stuff that have going on that you need to be a part of. But if you're not mentally stable to do those things, how can you how can you give your all when you barely have anything? If that makes sense. So hopefully I've said something. Hopefully, I was able to give y'all my rendition of what depression is. And I'm not gonna keep saying I suffer from depression because that's just speaking it in my mind. I see my boy in the background. What is good?
What's happening?
What's happening? What's good
I
with
just
you?
stopped by to say hello, because I have a little extra time on my hands.
Look at you. Everybody ain't like that extra time. You know what I'm saying? But I be like you when I grow up. Okay. How you
Yeah,
been?
buddy. I'm doing great. Just had a great audition that I think's gonna pull through. I'll be posting that later on the gram because they want me to post it on the gram for everybody. So I'll be posting it.
I be stalking you on the ground. Yo. Yeah, I be doing that.
Oh, wait till you see this audition. I'll be posting it probably in like 2 hours. That'll probably be.
Good.
Yeah, it's a timepiece from 1871. So, and it's me being a preacher.
Okay, say less. I know it's gonna be hot. Are you one of
Yep.
them good preachers or them better than preachers? Which one is it?
Well, I got it's an in between Southern Baptist, Martin Luther King with a little bit of Obama and a little bit of Brendan Peters.
Heard that. I can't wait. You want to speak a little bit on the topic today?
What's
And
the topic?
it was, do you? I mean, it was about depression, and do you suffer from, or
Do we suffer
have you suffered from it, or know somebody, or
from
however,
oppression?
depression?
Oh, depression. I was like, man, I definitely suffer from some oppression.
Okay, you can speak
You know, I was like, we gonna talk oppression? Oh
Yes,
man.
that
Nah,
may be Thursday topic then. Oppression, shoot.
depression definitely. Mental illness is in, right? That's the new thing. Um, yeah, depression is a state of mind, and it's possible to get over it. I suffered from depression. A lot of people don't know my story. Maybe I came to California 10 years ago from the Midwest, and I was, chilling on the streets for a good 7 months. And I got to some very deep places of depression, like just jump off the bridge type deal stuff.
See, this is confirmation, y'all. I just,
It's and it was at that point that I was able to get in touch with myself, and figure out, it's like the restart. Once you hit that down depression, it's now you have a chance to rebuild. And the only thing that I can really say is you got to find a dream and follow it as faithful as you can to be to that dream, because that's called living. Instead of building other people's garden, a lot of people suffer from depression because they're building people's garden and they got nothing for themselves.
shut
And
up! I just said it. See y'all. Damn. You gotta talk to people that been through it. You can read a book all day long. If you ain't walked in them shoes, I'm telling you, like I told them, I said, you can't even walk a mile in my shoes. Shit, you can't even put them on. You can't even begin to lace them up. You hear me? Cause it's hard. It's some doctors out here ain't even went through no depression. They just had everything handed to them. Hell, let me read your book. I can read my own book. I can write my own book. You see what I'm saying? You have to
mm,
have been there so people can genuinely understand where you come from.
well, it takes, it's that certain type of people. The world needs all different types of people, and everybody can make their million. A lot of people just don't live their dream, So the doctors, they already started living their dream. I was on, I had an interview last night, and they was talking to me about if I could go back and talk to my younger self. I was like, what would I say? I'm like, quit the partying, get focused on a dream. you know,
Hello.
why instead of wasting. Now I'm late to the game, but at least I've been able to find my dream and then to be able to go chase it, because that's where your happiness is. There is no depression after that. When you're chasing your dream and you're living your dream and you're being rewarded for your dream, there's no more depression.
I'm
It's
telling you.
when you forget about your dream, that's when the depression kicks back in.
And that's what I'm saying. See, I forget. I find myself in my room locked up. Knowing I got $1 million mindset. You hear me? I have that mindset. But if I just have the mindset and don't put it out there, it's just a mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I have yet to be like you when I grow up. I'm working towards it. But if I could go back and talk to my little self, I would tell her, girl, you should have been climbing trees instead of having all these damn kids. That's what made you
Mhm.
depressed right there. You could have been doing other things, fighting snakes or something. You could be doing
Mhm.
all these things. But because I didn't have that structure or that guidance, I was out there in them streets. No help. Nobody. Mama didn't tell me nothing. Mama was too busy doing what mama was doing. She didn't
Mhm.
have time to tell me anything. And I couldn't blame her because her mama didn't have time to tell her nothing.
But
You
see,
see,
that's where I think we get it all wrong. Is we have to blame our parents.
I
You know what I'm
don't.
saying? It's because that's if you have no one, how can you change if you can't fix the blame? Because I remember my mom's and saying, "Oh well, you got it good," you know what I'm saying? Because back when I was young, that's what they was doing. They was doing the same thing, making excuses. If you keep
That's
making
what I do.
excuses, you ain't gonna move forward.
Right, and that's why I'm
I
stuck.
blame my parents. People like you talked about your mama that way. You goddamn right. My mama beat the shit out of me, and my stepdad beat the shit out of me. We ate fucking nasty ass food. I got 3 kids, and my kids are fucking beautiful. They eat good. They dress good. They don't wear slick 9000s. I ain't worried about partying. I'm worried about me doing my dream and my kids being okay and showing them that they can go and live their dream and breaking the cycle. I ain't had to beat my kids. My kids are perfect kids. I ain't never had to beat them. I'm wondering what the hell I did so bad that I got beat bad so much. You know what I mean?
That
But yeah, you got to put the blame. That's what they're there for. They're your parents. They're there to accept that. It's like Jesus. You know what I mean? They're there to accept that. And then because what could they have done?
right. You're
They
right.
could have been better.
They could
You know what I
have.
mean? They could have been better. I never been in Disney. I've been in Disneyland my first time at 33 years old.
I
I went
have
to
six of
Disneyland.
those. I ain't been there.
You know what I mean? I took my kids there. I just see their faces. I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful. My mom's they live back in the Midwest, right? They never see come see their grandchildren not one time.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Now whose fault is that? It should I be like, oh, because of their parent? Nah,
No.
you got to set that blame because once you set that blame, it's okay. It's done. You ain't got to worry about it. I don't got to have another excuse. Well, the reason I'm like that is because my mom's never gave 2 shits about me. So I'm like, oh shit. Or, the reason I saw Duck, my mom's was out there. My daddy was out there. Fuck all that. You making excuses for who you are. That means you ain't nobody.
Right. That makes sense. See, I'm
Put
glad.
that blame, put that blame, and then make acceptance for who you are. You want to be in the street? That's because you want to be in the street. 7 months, never begged a dime. I play guitar, watch headlines. Now look at me. I'm
Mm.
doing a okay. Yeah, like
I know,
I'm loving
right?
life, and
That's
that's
what I'm
all it
saying. Like
takes.
I ain't like I be telling people, if you ain't never had nothing, to have something will be a blessing. But if you lose it, you won't be ready to cut folks' throats because you've been there, didn't have anything. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But if you had everything handed to you, and when you don't know how to set, because when you go out there and get it on your own, you evaluate more. Everything's handed on the silver spoon because on the silver platter. Because that's what I've noticed with other family members on my side. I came
Hmm.
from the mud in real life, you
Yeah.
know, and to have it's okay. Have running water in the house and stuff like that. You don't have to sleep outside and listen to all the animals and shit coming in. You can see more outside in the house than you do outside. That kind of thing. I came up from a hard life. So when I get out here, I want to value what I did because shit, I worked for it.
Hmm.
I didn't get all of those things, but if I lose it, it's okay too because I'm not finna cut nobody's throat because all that shit gonna be here when we're gone. You
But
know
why
what I'm
would you lose it?
saying? I'm tired of somebody take it. People come in and rob somebody, right? You mad as hell because you work hard for your shit, but
Hmm.
then again, you doing time for some materialistic shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you lose it, you'll get it back 10 times more. I just feel like when you lose shit, you win, and when you get it, you're gonna get more. I don't know. It's just my mindset now, but
You just move through. You know what I mean? Just move through. Don't worry about what you're getting or what you ain't getting. Worry about what you're doing, who you helping. What kind of impact are you making? Because that's what life is, right?
That's what you
Who are
want to
you? Who are you going to be when you die? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to live forever. You know what I mean? I'm
forever
trying to put
and a
my
day.
footprint
The hell?
down.
I'm trying to live forever and a day plus one. I ain't ready to go. I got stuff to do.
You know what I mean? And as long as you keep going, it's gonna keep being fruitful. Yeah, you'll hit some couple bumps, but it depends on how you look at those bumps when you hit them. Are you gonna make excuses? Are you gonna own up? Are you gonna be all depressed, or are you gonna stay humble and be like, hey, scratch one off for the team? I
Right.
didn't, I didn't, I didn't hit that one. I got scammed $2,000 like 2 months ago. I lost my Facebook and my Instagram, got hacked like crazy. But you know what? I was depressed for about 15 minutes, and I said, "What the fuck is going on?" You know,
It's a
I,
real.
I was like, I was like, "Who the fuck am I?" I lost like 14,000 followers. I'm not an influencer anymore. I got to build it all back up. But I'm like, I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know who I am." But then I was like, "Dude, are you serious? I'm not defined by Instagram and Facebook likes and shit like that. I'm Brennan Peters." You know what I
I'm
mean?
motherfucking
Like,
British. Ain't nobody gonna beat me but me.
exactly,
It's only
exactly.
one.
Like, that's it. And then these other people overtook my Instagram, and they're trying to beat me, but you can't beat me. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. I was naive for a second because I was thirsty. It was the universe telling me, don't be thirsty. You know what I mean? Your time's coming. Don't be thirsty.
Yeah.
You gonna drink with everybody else drink, but you gotta put in the work. You put in the work, don't be thirsty, and await. And you will be fed with gourds of drinking water. You know what I mean?
Right. That makes sense now. I'm telling you, because I'm trying to tell them, like, get over, stop throwing yourself a pity party when you don't meet the quota that you want to meet, stuff like that. And stop trying to drag people down with you when you're depressed. Because you being depressed affects not just you, it affects your people that you're surrounded.
Oh, I don't even talk to people that are down in the dumps. I will walk away. I can't have that. I need to fluctuate at a certain frequency. And if I'm feeling a bad vibe off of you, I can't afford that in my life because everything is about energy. I don't know if y'all know this yet or not. If I consistently am angry and pissed off, the whole world is fucking shitting on me.
Mm-hmm.
But if I am happy and positive, the whole world is throwing flowers at me. And then if I hit a bump and I'm like, oh man, that ain't right, but it's okay because life is good anyway. I'm still gonna get flowers. It's okay to feel those emotions because we are human, and society has taught us how to feel those emotions. But if
Right.
nobody physically hurts you, everything gonna be okay because
Right.
nothing really hurts. It's just words. I take it back to like if I grew up inside the woods with no social interaction and you came out there and started yelling at me, I wouldn't know what you was talking about. I'd probably laugh at you because it looked funny. You know what I mean? Because I don't know the meaning of words. Yeah,
Right.
so that can't hurt me. Now you come up there and punch me in my face, I know for sure that hurts. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like,
Then,
oh, this is pain. Yeah, it don't matter where you're from. This is pain. This hurts.
right.
But if it's all in there, that means it can all be flipped back around. And the only reason that you're stuck in that state is because you're making excuses. It
Exactly.
goes along the lines of addiction and all that. I don't believe in addiction as this recreational user to an addict. How do you go from a recreational user to an addict?
Mm.
You
Because
know, the
you're doing
the
it
way
and you make excuses for why you're doing it.
no, you're not responsible, right? If you paying your rent and you going to work and you doing that and you smoking a half bag at night, no one gonna say shit,
Right?
right?
You're right.
He
You're
good,
right.
he good. Now you take the same guy that he smoked the same amount, he just don't do nothing. He don't pay rent. He don't do. Oh, he an addict.
He
Yeah,
just
he
said,
lazy. He just irresponsible, lazy. That's it. But he gonna pull that. Oh, I'm addicted because the them peoples done did told the peoples that they think that you have a problem, and now they're gonna sit there and they're gonna hold that crutch because the world doesn't want you to go nowhere. The world needs you on the bottom because they need you to consume what the innovators done did make. I wouldn't make money if nobody watched movies. You know what I mean?
true.
It's the same all the way around. That's why we go to school. Nobody that makes money goes to school. because you got to make it an innovator to get out of that. That's about Robert Kiyosaki. Check him out. He'll teach you how to make money. He had Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad never went to school, but he had millions of dollars. Poor Dad went to schools, but he just worked for money, building other people's gardens. Okay. So the whole point of this is stop building people's gardens. Find your dream and build it. And it will come.
See, I'm gonna have to stop building folk garden because this what I've been doing. I need to build my own shit. I got to build my own wall.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. It's it. And when you do, it's more beautiful because then you're like, man, I've come this far, and you're building something for yourself that nobody can take away. Your job, you put in 8 years at a job, and you build their whole garden. You're like, man, I built this, and they come. Excuse me, sir. We're gonna have to let you go.
Because now you did all the work. They don't need you now.
They don't need you no more. You're done. We're gonna find somebody cheaper. They'll maintain the garden you built.
See, they always have people to put in place for some shit. That's why when you lose a job, you get fired from a job before, or somebody died, like you be putting all your time in at these people's jobs. So when you die, before you even get your body even get cold, they done put somebody else in your position.
Mm-hmm. Because you're replaceable.
That's why I be telling folks, don't be giving your all. You do what you do because you love to do it. But don't fill yourself to the ground, because when you leave here, there's somebody else gonna fill your place.
That's it.
They don't want you to take off for a funeral. They don't want you to do all this and that because they want you to keep doing their job.
Keep working. I used to be in the corporate business. It's terrible. I was a terrible person. I hated myself after I started looking at myself. I take away people's incomes, fire people for not being, I felt like Samuel L. Jackson in Django. You know what I mean? Like it was terrible. Like you're sitting here, you're slave driving, and you don't want to give out too much money. You want to swallow this. You want to cut hours. You want to do this. You got to fire people. It's like, man, it's literally modern day slavery, and people work for pennies. Nobody's working for what they're worth because they take what they think, what other people tell them they're worth. And the only time that you have worth is if you put your own number on it. You build that brand, and they're like, oh, this is me, this is my stuff, I guarantee it. And then network, get people, show people what you got. And from there, being who you are, there's only one of you. So when you be the best you're actually going to gravitate to everybody around you because they're going to be like, oh, this is unique. You know what I'm saying? This is different. This ain't like Billy or Joe. I'm going to talk to this person because I'm hungry to find out what this person's about.
Yeah, because I'm just now starting my candle business now. I'm not just making like ordinary little candles. I'm really putting some work in. And the work that I'm putting in, I can't charge as much here in Mississippi because they're not going to pay for me. Like, well, I can go get some candles out the store. Well, maybe you can, but I'm not going to.
No. What did you just do?
Let them tell me what I could do instead of saying.
And you made an excuse. There's people that sell $5 million paintings. You know why? Because they say that's a $5 million painting. Someone gonna buy it, and when someone buys it, guess what? The next person gonna buy it. You don't sell it because people tell you what you're worth. That's working a job again.
See, that's what I'm saying.
How much work do you put in to make these? How much is your cost? What did you have to learn to do? What makes these better than any other candle that you buy? And that's how you make your price. And someone buy it. Oh yeah, they will. You know what I'm saying? You guys got to get out away from all the cheap asses. How they tell us is we can't tell. Steve Harvey told me one time. He says, "Don't tell nobody about your dream, because no one understands your dream. Only you understand your dream, and everybody will break you down because nobody wants to see nobody live their dream. So you need to take control of that dream and go get it, and don't tell nobody because God gave you that dream." And he didn't give that dream to nobody else. He gave it to you. So no one understands that dream but you. Now it's your job to fulfill it.
That's a lot. Look at Brandon. You might be the preacher about. You might even go out of that.
We'll see what happens. I'm not smarter than anybody else. I've just lived a long life of making the wrong mistakes. And then I found the right one. And now it's my job to inform everybody how to do it. It's your choice whether you want to do it or not.
Right.
But at least you have that choice,
I am excited. Look, time went fast as hell now. When people want to talk the right shit, the time go. Okay. But
For sure.
guys, y'all heard from the one and the only Brennan Peters. You only get one.
You only get one. Check it out.
You want to tell them about what you're doing and where they can find you at on
Yeah.
Instagram?
So actually, I just auditioned for this full feature film called Steal Away. It's a timepiece based in 1871 about the Jubilee Fist Singers, and I'm auditioning for the Reverend Hiram Jackson. And I'll be posting that on all platforms later: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, because that's what they want me to do with it. And just show your love and throw a like or put a comment on there and how the sermon made you feel. And they can find me on Instagram, Brennan.Peters, or somewhere on Facebook, Brennan Peters. It's just Brennan Peters. You know what I mean?
Brennan
Type
Peters.
it in and you'll find me.
Like, I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Brennan, for chiming
Thank
in.
you for having me.
Time. You could have been anywhere else, but honey, you came to the right place at the right time because there's some people that needed to hear that. And I am people. That was me. I need to
Appreciate you.
hear that. So I do appreciate you. And feel free to pop in whenever because you will be
Awesome.
recognized. So we'll be back on Thursday and we'll have the special guest, the host of the World Entertainment. I mean, the producer of World Entertainment will be on the show. This Thursday coming up. So if you have free time again, pop in, pull up
Awesome.
on
Sounds
it,
great.
pull up
I
on
guess this was meant to be. It was a perfect discussion, you know. Like, hey, you got some. I got a lot to say.
period. That's what it's for. It's a
Perfect.
conversation, not a confrontation, honey. So yeah.
Exactly.
So again, I'll see you on the next go around.
Sounds good. You guys have a great one. Appreciate you.
All right. Okay, people, you heard it from the one and the only Brennan Peters. I met him when they came down for the comedy show, and he was amazing. Okay, so you heard his platforms. Please go and support him on those. And I miss you, Big Hank, for I guess you had a lot of work to do today, but I enjoyed you guys, and this was a topic that I did enjoy. So next time, you guys meet us here. No, beat us here on Thursday, and tune in because we do have a special guest on Thursday. So I loved you guys, but God loves you more. Remember, if you don't remember anything else that I said today, love yourself. You are important. Depression is a mindset. So rethink before you react. I love you guys. Until next time.